luxury, jumps on a Boeing jet, leaves behind a family, no regrets. He's got a birthday, I'm your old Shanghai. Eyes are on Mrs. Lai, the reason why. While in Brisbane, the tears roll strong. Chinese whispers called him to Hong Kong. Pack up your bags and off you go. Leave behind the begging for the Luxie show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Archie's chasing dreams in the mystic land. Mrs. Lai brings coffee to his hand. Family's calls echo on the phone. He's miles away, lost but he's not alone. In old Shenzhen's glow, he likes to stray. With Mrs. Lai they bonk till the light of day. Pack up your bags and off you go. He's not showing up to New York Watch Show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Though the tears roll down in Brisbane town, Archie's 3-inch dick flops all around. Celebrations in the neon night, forgetting home he's chasing new Asian delights. Pack up your bags and off you go. Leave the begging for the beach ball show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Weeks later, Archie leaves his playground. Comes back home, he's Brisbane bound. Comes up with stories that he's going bust. Has to fool the punters to gain their trust. Pack up your bags and off you go. Leave the begging for the beach ball show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Archie spent the punter's money, he's in a fix. Spins a story that he can't eat bricks. All the lonely simps believe his scam. Grab all that cash, shove it in his hand. Pack up your bags and off you go. He didn't bother with the New York Watch Show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore. Comes on streams, he cries poor again. His mate Tan gives him $5 grand, maybe 10. Archie thinks he's a big swing dick, cause the punters fall for his gypsy shtick. Pack up your bags and off you go. Didn't bother with the New York Watch Show. Archie flies where the dragons soar to romance Mrs. Lai until his balls are sore.
Hey guys, Archie Luxury here on the Archie Luxury channel. How you going, guys? I'm back in the saddle. What's the time here in Shenzhen? It is 7:04 guys, 7:04. We're starting the show. And I'm back from Geneva Watches and Wankers. So let's firstly, guys, let's get a link pasted. We'll get the link up and we'll get this baby off the ground. Hey, what do you reckon? So what can I tell you, guys? I've come back. I had a really great trip. I tell you my favorite photo. Let me show you a photo. This is my favorite photo from the trip. It's with my good friend Kelso. Look at that. Look at that. I'm in the Patek Museum with Kelso. It doesn't get better than that. Look at that. It's a beautiful shot. Look at that. We're in the Patek Museum. And he's wearing a perpetual, I'm wearing a world time. Beautiful shot. That is for sure. There's no question of that. That's a great great shot there indeed. Absolutely. And I got to tell you, I've come back and the narc has sort of gotten to me. Yeah, narc has kind of pissed me off in a number of ways. Yeah. I got to be totally honest with you. I don't mind the narc coming on the stream. However, if I give him a wrench and he's got keys, he behaves like a total fucking cunt. That's basically what happens. He behaves like a total fucking cunt. And I get it. He's funny and he is good. But it comes at a huge cost because he very quickly burns my panelists. And the problem is I can't replace the panelists. I look at this as truly a business decision. I can't replace the panelists fast enough that he can burn them up. Okay? I can't replace them fast enough. And that's the big problem. He burnt the snake. He burnt me. He just has this. And the thing is, it's not just once he runs a routine. That's it. He runs the same routine time and time again. So it really pisses you off. And I'm sorry. It is what it is. You know what I mean? I've got Herman. What's he whinging about? I'll just get him on the main screen. Come on the main show. Come on the main show. There we go. I'll just send him that. Let's see what he says. He's a difficult one. Who else have I got? That's looks. And also, ER got burnt. We got Mike the Snake.
Yeah.
Mike.
I didn't know you were on, man. If I'd known, I'd.
Yeah, no, I'm just back. I've actually taken the keys off narc.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, he said some really nasty stuff regarding yourself, and I got to be honest with you, he's also said some pretty nasty stuff about me. You know, I mean, look, I want to tell you something, Mike. I come here for the money, okay?
Sure.
Failing the money, I come here for enjoyment. If I'm not enjoying it because he's being an asshole every program, it's just not enjoyable anymore. Do you understand what I mean?
Oh, very much so.
And I mean, I don't mind. I got nothing against the narc. I find him really. This is why it's a hard decision to make. I find him fucking funny, right? The problem is when he goes after yourself, myself or yourself, he just doesn't let go. He's like a dog with a bone. And
you know what? I'm catching a lot of shit in the chat, thinking like I didn't text you or complain to you about anything narc said.
No, but I can. I've banned him because he said some personal stuff about me, and he just won't let go. And I tell you something. This is my fucking show. If I'm not making the big bucks anymore, right, why do I need to put up with his shit? It was like Curly. I don't mind being, hey, boo. I don't mind the banter as long as I'm making the bucks. But if I'm not making the bucks anymore, why would I put up with that fucking cunt? You understand? Like, if it's pulling in the bucks, I don't care. But if I'm not making the bucks anymore, why would I stay with that fucking asshole? Do you understand what I'm saying, Mike?
Oh yeah. Well, I'm just glad you're back on streaming on your own show.
Yeah,
it's good to have you back.
That's exactly
good to have you back,
it.
Man. For real.
You
know where I was today, Archie? This weekend
Sorry?
is this weekend is the vintage car races at the racetrack. So I got to see all the old vintage cars that, like, every one of them, from the Auto Union crazy, inline 16, all the way up to, like, they're racing Porsches and MGs and Ford Cortinas, and every old vintage car you could think of was out there. It's my favorite weekend of the year at the track, because it's all the vintage cars from like 1900 all the way up. There were cars like McLarens and stuff there, the flat, crazy race cars with the big V8s. It was everything.
Let me just say hello to Herman. Hey, Herman, how are you?
Hey, Herman.
I'm all right. Hi, Mike. I was just at the Patek boutique. I was on the dungeon, but they didn't put me on full screen. They were talking about stingrays and shit.
Yeah,
that's their business. They do whatever they want there. I'm not in charge of them. They got their own rules.
Did you do what I think you did?
Yeah, I asked them if they heard of Archie Luxury, and they said no.
Yeah, but did you buy something?
I got a free catalog.
Oh, okay. Hey, cool.
From 2024.
Okay. Yeah, that's okay, isn't it?
Yeah. I just wanted to. I was trying to show the.
Tell you what, they don't give you much in Geneva. In Geneva, they don't give you nothing. They don't give you nothing. Let me say that to you. They give you very, very little. That's for sure. But I thought you were out of watches. I thought you were buying Seikos and that. Are you into?
Yeah. Because I was saying, Eddie, why don't you go to such and such a place in Chicago? Because he was nearby, and he's like, oh, man, I'm not going to do it, man. So I thought, you know what, I'll just go to the Patek boutique. It's 15 minutes away, and I'll go on the stream and show the Patek boutique. But Eddie was busy walking. He was busy walking on the beach. Hey, man, here's the ground, man.
Yeah. He was taking everybody for a walk.
T-Dubs was starfish.
Yeah.
Starfish.
But
starfish.
If Archie's on, he shouldn't be on. But how would he have known? I didn't see any preview. So I don't think he's rebel streaming consciously doing it. But yeah, it's good to have Archie back, man. Dude, you've been gone for like literally two weeks without Archie, and it's good to have you back, man.
Yeah, it was a long flight. I tell you that it was good to go and see it. It was amazing to see Geneva, but the Swiss are very uptight people. They're not friendly like Americans. They're not friendly.
They don't have a sense of humor.
No sense. It's like having Herman on the show permanently.
Exactly. Yeah.
Herman, how have you been, man? What's going on with you? What is happening in your world there? I get some strange messages from you there. I thought you were a happily married guy, aren't you?
What strange messages? Like what?
We got a super chat. First super chat from Thomas Burnett. Thomas Burnett, £2. It's Friday night live with the Pontiff. Blue shirt, Buddha fist. There we go. We had a great trip. I had a great talk to Thomas Burnett, particularly at the Panerai boutique. We had a great time there. I'm the one who banned Narc Little Dave. I banned him for being a fucking cunt. That's why I banned him. I just couldn't. I'm just sick of it. He's always causing trouble. And I mean, he did bring in some money. Yes, he did. I won't deny that. But he also fucking loses. I lose panelists. And at the end of the day, you need to do the cost analysis. Is it worth having him if he burns your
Yeah. Well,
burns the punters? You know, what do you
yeah,
think of
I
Narc?
just
Herman, what do you think of Narc?
He sucks.
Yeah, he's just a cunt. He's just a fucking cunt.
He's just loud and
yeah,
obnoxious.
his delivery, man. That's what I kept saying. I've always said. I agree with most of what he says. Actually, most of the time, but his delivery is just so like in your face. He comes in guns blazing, and that's all I've ever said about him. You know, I actually don't dislike him or anything. You know,
I had Yankee Doodle say Yankee Doodle doesn't come on because of Narc. And so I'm hoping to get some of those people back on the stream. Look, I tell you what, there was a lot of camaraderie. Look at this. Look at some of these photos here. They're just
look at that. Wow.
guys, good guys with good watches, honest, decent watches. You know,
I think there's $100,000 of watches there.
Oh, well, Jamie's is 80.
Oh, wow. Okay, that world timer.
That's 80,000 pounds. There's the Platinum Daytona.
Oh, that's 120, 150,000 right there. So
so I mean, yeah, no. There's OCs 5396. He paid $60,000 for that. $60,000.
200,000 right there.
Yeah.
That's so cool. That's a great picture.
Yeah. No, there's some great pictures from the. I got to tell Mike, anything happened? You've sold the Porsche.
Yep. And I got that little.
I don't want to talk about money, but did you lose 10%, 20%, 30%? What did you think you lost?
The end, like between 10 and 15%.
That's nothing, considering you enjoyed it for a while.
Closer to 15%.
So what?
You know what I realized though, Archie, is I couldn't own it. I couldn't financially own it because every little thing on it was $1 million. And if I ever broke it, I would never be able to fix it. And so I quickly realized that. That's the reason I turned around and sold it. Because
and what's the person who got it? What are they going to do with it? Can I ask you that?
He's bought it as a long-term project and wants to build it out, to his liking. But he got it for such a great price, See, the car was kind of gutted and built out as a race car, and it's what I wanted, but it's not what 99% of the world wants. The world wants, just as it came. Yeah, exactly. So I had a little trouble selling it. I had to take, fairly low price for it. But I turned around and I found that little yellow banana, that little yellow Caterham.
Yes. And, how is that going? Have you got any pics or anything you got on that? Anything? What's happened with that?
Yeah. I just got new tires on it.
Can you go out in the garage and show it to us?
Here's a picture of it right here.
Oh, wow.
You can't go in the
Do you use that as an everyday car? No, he can't. He can't go to the garage.
Yeah,
he doesn't want to. Sitting down, he's got his computer. He doesn't want to on his phone.
All right. Bye.
He said no. He said no. He said no. No, he doesn't want to do it.
Here's the little cockpit that you sit in. It's really tight.
Do you use that to go to the shops? Can you use that as an everyday driver?
Yeah. I mean, there's nowhere to really stow anything. It has a little tiny boot in the back behind the driver.
You can put stuff in the passenger seat.
Yeah, exactly. But it's more of like just a real little. It's same as if like an MG or something. Two place with no room for nothing.
Okay, next photo. Do you have to, with that sort of car? Do you need to warm it up before you drive it? Like once it's warm, do you treat it? Is it like a normal car, or like it's got a little Toyota motor in it? What's it got in it?
No, it's got a Honda S2000 motor. It's got the engine out of there's a car called the Honda S2000. It was a real special sports car.
I know the car. Early 2000s.
Yeah,
they were expensive. Non-aspirated, non-turbo, fully aspirated.
They're naturally very special. Aspirated. Very, very, very special engines. They were 2-liter, but they made 240 horsepower and they revved at 9,000 RPM stock. So that's what this car has in it. It's got a totally stock S2000 motor in it, and but the car only weighs 1,300 pounds, so it hauls the mail. And being so light, of course, it handles really well. I just got done putting really sticky tires on it, and I'm now ready to take it to the track. And it would have been years before I was able to get that Porsche on track. Literally, it was every little thing, and with the fuel injection, I don't know mechanical fuel injection. That's new to me, and you pretty much need a degree to tune it. And I was in and out of my league with it, so I sold it, and I got something I can actually work on, and own
How much
and
did this
enjoy.
one cost? Can I ask you that? How much did the Caterham cost?
It costs 1/3 of what the Porsche costs. There's with the hood up. There's the engine. It's just all out there in the open, staring
So
at you. You want to
when
work on it?
these Caterhams, when they came from Caterham, did they come with the Honda engine or they came with another engine?
Well, this technically what they call a Caterham replica. It's a Caterham, but they usually came with Ford Ecotec engines.
That's right, the Ecotec. I know.
They still make them
I-
today with the Ford Ecotec, but no, this car was made by a company called World Class Motorsports (WCM), and they used the Honda S2000 engine instead. And so,
Okay.
and this one has been converted to independent rear suspension, which is a little more desirable.
Did they have live rear axle usually, don't they?
Yeah, usually they do, but mine has been converted over to independent rear suspension, which is a plus. And it's got a full racing roll cage. If you look, you can see the extra bars coming down the sides.
Yeah.
It's got a full blown racing roll cage on it. Not just the one bar that goes
shit,
over your head.
okay.
So
Oh,
it's
okay. Can you take that off?
no, but it is street legal and registered and insured, and I drive it on the street all the time.
It makes it a bit hard to get in and out of with that roll cage, doesn't it?
At first, it was hard finding the right technique to get in and out, but now that I've learned it, it's fairly easy to get in and out of.
We got another super chat from Thomas Burnett. £10. That's 20 Aussie. It was great catching up in Geneva, AC3. What was your favourite part of the trip? The AP boutique, the food, the drink, watches and wonders, Patek Museum, meeting up with friends, meeting punters, etc. So I got to tell you, in all honesty there, the show was a bit of a letdown, okay? In the sense that it was good, but there was long queues and there's nothing you can really... You can't just come off the street and have a touch of the new watches. You've got to book appointments. It's all very cliquey. However, what was amazing, some of the VIP events, if you could weasel your way in, they were amazing. And also meeting the guys. Meeting the guys was absolutely amazing. Amazing. So I'm going to get a tissue. I'll be back. I'll get a tissue. I'll be back.
All-wheel drive.
I'm back. I got some tissues. No, it was amazing. What was great was the camaraderie, man. I met Thomas, the boys. I must say one thing. The hotel I stayed at was absolutely fucking amazing. That hotel, right in the center. It was absolutely the best place I could stay. In fact, I'd even say it was better than the Zen House. The Zen House was a little bit out of town, so those guys had to make a bit of an effort to get into the city, whereas I was literally right in the heart of the city. I got to tell you guys, it was an amazing trip, and in all honesty, there, what can I say? It was absolutely fantastic, Mike, and I really loved it, man. I really loved the entire trip. It was just incredible, and I got to tell you, Mike. Um,
You're kind of cutting out, Arch.
you know, there were things I went to. Sometimes you got to go with the. What do you think, Mikey?
You were cutting out right about then and there. But people are asking for me to go into my garage and show
I was just
the car in the garage. I will appease everybody. Okay. I'll see what I can do. I'll get on the fucking YouTube on my phone, and I'll go out and show everybody my garage and show the car. Okay, just to I think some people don't think I own it, or I don't know.
just to be.
But if you're interested in seeing it, if you're interested in seeing it, if you're interested, I'll do it. I'll. Would you like to? Would you like to see live my garage, or do you care? I don't. But
Mike, I tell you
Herman,
honestly, I'm happy to do
some
anything
people,
you want to do. There's no.
well, for Herman, apparently it was Herman that was asking it, and for Herman, yes, I'll log on with my phone and I'll go show my garage. It's just lots of tools, a bike, and a car. But here goes. I'll be back.
Thank you. We got some good things happening here. We got some good things happening, and I got to tell you, one, that Geneva has some really fucking snooty hotels. Okay, let me tell you, I was trying to say this was Terry Stern's study, but it was one of the posh hotels in Geneva. And look at this. This is, what a fucking hotel. Look at this. This is posh, beyond posh. Here, look at this. These are private jets at the airport. These are just, literally, these are super, super, super wealthy fuckers have flown in at the airport. You know what I mean? This is fucking crazy stuff. So there was some really interesting photos there, interesting stuff I've done, and I got to be honest with you, the trip was amazing, absolutely amazing trip. Fans I saw, people I saw at this event. As I said there, it's always good to bury the hatchet. Raphael Young invited me to some VIP events. Fuck me. He went. I went. I wasn't really that. We went to the Patek event as a VIP. Fuck, that was a different experience. I had the world time. Raphael had the VC. I think the world time is a better watch. The Patek. Here, this is the lady. She works for Zenith in America. And she very kindly, just as I arrived at the Watches and Wonders, she said, "Hi, Archie." So she had a photo. I did a photo with her. Lovely lady. So many cool people. Look at this. Here's a Pikachu. So many cool people wanted some photos. That's at the YouTube booth. I got a free cola. at the YouTube booth. There's some great photos here. That's the 2 watches I took. I couldn't have picked a better 2 pieces. A sports gold and a obviously white gold world time. Could not have picked better pieces, and just beautiful things to wear and enjoy. So they were very, very nicely received there. I had a lot of fun with those watches. They were a lot of fun. So, this is the thing. You go there, you try your best. Try your best. So many people. I'll just keep cycling. Let's have a look at some of these photos here. Keslowitz's beautiful. Look at this. This is Kels. Look at that. The perpetual calendar. Beautiful piece. Absolutely gorgeous. There is Gronefeld. Bart Gronefeld is a fan of the show. Thank you so much. Here we go. We got Thomas Burnett again. Thomas, you are the hero tonight. £5 British. What was your favorite boutique in Geneva? Vacheron, Breguet, Louis Vuitton, Patek, AP, Boucherat. I'd have to say my favorite was Breguet. They were so nice. Breguet was so nice. And I think the thing is, if you walk in with a solid gold Breguet, that always helps. You walk in with a solid gold Breguet, that helps. I love that. I love Vacheron. They were... The boutique director said hello. So that was fantastic.
Hey, Archie, who told you to end the dungeon? I was watching Eddie. I had to do something. I had to tie up a few loose ends, and I wanted to go back and watch the Eddie, but instead you pulled the plug on him, and now here you are. I wanted to watch him instead.
I didn't pull the plug on anyone. I just run. I'm resuming the normal show.
Oh, I want Eddie back. I like the way it was.
Hey, it is what it is. How are you? What's happened with you lately?
Just working, you know.
Any interesting cars? Any interesting cars you bought?
I've slowed up on the cars for a little bit. I'm doing the other scrap for now. It's just a few here and there. Just a few cars here and there. I'll get back to it.
Where's the money? What's the money in?
I don't even know anymore. Where is the money? Where's the money? Who's making money here?
Who's making money? So
yeah, who's making the money in this economy? What are we doing?
It's a tough economy, isn't it?
It's hard.
It's very hard, that's for sure. It's Uzi, it's great to have your support. We love your support, Uzi. That's the important thing. We love your support. Would you ever go to Watches and Wonders? It was a fantastic camaraderie. You like a bit of camaraderie, don't you?
Yes. I really like the camaraderie. I do. Next year, we're going to. I'll see you next year in Switzerland.
Yeah, I don't know if I go again. I don't know, because it is such a long trip. It is such a long flight, and it is so expensive.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of long flights. Why don't you come to United States? Why don't you come to Miami? They got a lot of wristwatches out in Miami.
Tell you what, America is actually expensive for me. That's a long flight as well. That's a very much a long flight. Yeah. I think I might. Look, it's a tricky thing because it's so expensive and long flight.
So I gotta get a passport. So I pretty much gotta get a passport and go to somewhere in Asia to catch up, or maybe even Australia.
Australia. Have you traveled much, Uzi?
Well, I wouldn't say I've traveled to Australia or Asia. No, I've never done any of that kind of stuff. No.
Have you gone anywhere?
I've gone to the Virgin Islands once.
Have you been to New York?
Yes. Well, kind of. Kind of.
Kind of. How do you mean kind of?
I was in New Jersey and I seen New York City from where I was at. I was doing some scrap, so I could have I could have driven down, but I didn't feel like it because I had to get back because I had cash. I had cash on me. I didn't want to get I didn't want to jeopardize that cash. You know, I had like
You don't want to
90,000
get
cash on.
jacked. You don't want to get
Yeah, I
jacked.
didn't want to get jacked. I was like Charlie Bucket. You know, when he got the golden ticket, I had to go. I had to race.
Yes, golden ticket. I tell you, we got
Yeah, the
another
golden
super
ticket.
chat.
I had like 90,000 cash on. I wasn't trying to go to New York City. Screw that. See ya. I was like, nope, I'm going home.
I gotta tell you guys, seriously, with this Beazle world, let me just tell you there. I gotta tell you, would I go again to Watches and Wankers? You know what? It was fabulous to go just to meet everybody. That was fabulous. You really, if you want to go to Watches and Wankers, I think if you don't have connections or don't have contacts, it can be really disappointing. Because what you really do want is you need to get some VIP invites. You want to, and that's very cliquey. It's a very cliquey sort of place. If you're a nobody and you don't have an expensive watch, you're not going to get invites to cliquey parties and cliquey.
Dude, that's Roman Scharf.
Yes, that's right, Roman Scharf. That's
He's in
correct.
Philly. He's in Philadelphia, right?
We got a super. I'm not sure where he is, but yeah, we got a super chat here. Patel Philippe, $5. Hello, Archie. I've just arrived. What's the goss? You banned Lux? I banned. I took a Lux keys away because he's just causing so much fucking trouble. I had enough of his bullshit. I had enough of Narc's bullshit. That's what I have done. If I'm not making the big bucks anymore, what's the point? What's the point if I'm not making the big bucks of putting up with his crap? I mean, if I'm making the bucks, hey, that's part and parcel of making the bucks. You have to put up with Narky's shit. But if I'm not making the bucks anymore, hey, that's part and parcel. Oh, some echo there,
we
Mike.
brought an echo, Mike. What did you do?
Oh, sorry about that.
It's okay.
Listen, I'm able to get onto the live show on my phone, but I can't see where it says jump on to the show. It doesn't show so I'm having trouble doing what I intended to do.
Don't worry about it. Herman
sometimes it's no big deal.
Silly.
I'm gonna get a GoPro, and when I do my track day, my next track day at the racetrack, I'm gonna if I can stream it while you're on, that'd be super great because I'll be there all day. But otherwise, I'll get some great videos of me on track and stuff. And
let me show you some food there. I want to show you. So I'm trying to work out what this is. Okay, I've decided on this event. I was so. Firstly, let's have a look here. Firstly, Patel Philippe, $5. Hello, Arch. I've just arrived. What's the goss? You banned Lux? No, Lux has had a few personal things he's dealing with, so he'll be back. He'll be back. We got Patel Philippe, $2. Give us the unfiltered view of the FP Jean restaurant. That restaurant was absolutely amazing. And also, let me tell you this. I went to the Louis Vuitton event. This was the best food at the Louis Vuitton event. Look at this. Do you know what that is? It's some sort of raw beef with caviar and seaweed.
Yeah, you showed this. I was looking at this. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was
that's like a seaweed wrap around the outside.
Yeah, that was actually quite delicious.
Imagine so.
That was quite delicious. I think it would have been expensive. Expensive is the name of the game. Look, the FP Jean. Okay, he's asking, what's your unfiltered view? Look, it's that Michelin star, haute cuisine, you know, big plate, small serve, a dollop. It was pretty amazing. Okay, the food was incredible, but it was fucking expensive. It was very expensive. It was over €100 a head. And it was expensive, okay? Let's just say that. It was really expensive. So, look. It was the FP Jean restaurant. Look, it was good to go with everybody. Dodger was there. Jamie, Mrs. Dodger was there. Thomas Burnett. Who else was there? We had so many good people were there. It was fantastic. But would I go back? No. It was too. Look, that sort of shit is just crazy priced. It's too expensive.
Where are you going to go next? Where's your next? You're a traveling man. Where are you going next?
I'd say this is probably coming to the end of the road with the traveling. I'm afraid there.
Whoa.
Yeah.
What about wait, you like to go to Asia quite often, so you're going to go to somewhere in Asia, I think, aren't you?
We'll see. I've got to be honest with you. We look. It's the world is a vicious place. We got another super chat. Tom Patel Philippe, $5. Can we get I Make Watches on the show? The guy you met at Watches and Wonders that got you into the YouTubers area, but you got... Well, I went there myself, Patel. That's not quite true. He was super cool guy. He tried to get me into the JLC area. That's the guy. Lovely guy. Yeah. I've got contacts. I've got his business card. Yeah, we definitely can try. Why not? Yeah, why not indeed there? That's for sure. No, he was a great guy. Lovely guy. He had a lovely wife. That was actually really nice. I met him. He was a lovely guy. Yeah, no, the show was good. I'm pleased I went. I got to say that. In all honesty, I'm pleased I went. Would I go again? Look, it's very expensive. But I went. I had a lot of fun. It was good. It was very good.
Where isn't expensive though? I think everywhere you go is expensive, except like I don't want to like keep on beating a dead horse. Asia.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like those are smoking deals. Those are smoking deals out there. You can't compare everything to Thailand, or you can't compare everything. It's like it's notoriously cheap. You can't. Yeah, come on, that's not real.
Thailand's
that's a whole different world.
Cheap.
Go ahead.
Actually, I got to be honest with you. Thailand really isn't that cheap. That's actually a fallacy. Thailand's not cheap anymore. No.
Wait a second. Wait a second. I saw these YouTube shorts about some place. What was they were like giving a breakdown of how cheap stuff. Where was it? It doesn't matter. Maybe somewhere close. Close to the Bangkok.
Pattaya.
We got some super chats. They're coming in fast. I got to catch up here. Angelic Slayer, cool. $8. Here's the bucks. Unban Narc. Give him his keys back. Cheers. Look, Narc's welcome on any time, but I'm not going to give him the keys because he behaves like a cunt.
Arch, you know, part of this is, maybe stemming from the fact that
no, it's nothing.
He and I got into it yesterday, and so I would vote for bringing him back myself.
Yeah, I just find him. I find him toxic. Honestly, every time I come on, this is my own show. He's fucking awful. He's awful. I really can't stand him. Okay, he doesn't let go. He just keeps having a go at me. You know what? I fucking can't stand him. He's toxic. He burns my panelists. That's the problem. Like Kay doesn't want to come on anymore because he pisses her off. I got Yankee Doodle said he left because of Narc. So I got to be mindful of that. Angelic, I've had enough of him. He's fucking burnt me for the last time. Ranger Danger, $2. Did Archie run into Tim Wright? Actually, I was there. I was at the event Saturday and Sunday. I never even saw Tim Wrong. I never even saw him. No, did not see him anywhere. Some of the guys who were hanging around with me, they had a Saturday dinner with him, which, hey, you know what? Anyone can have dinner with whoever they like. I don't mind that at all. What did I do Saturday? I think I just had a quiet one. Sometimes I just like to relax a bit. You know what? I didn't see him anywhere. No, I did not see him. I was at the show. I walked around the show. I did a lap many times. It was a bigger show, but you know what? It is what it is. It was okay. It was okay. We got Woody in New Jersey, $2. Show us the Rimowa, big boy. We got a Rimowa here. Is it a Rimowa? I think he means the suitcase. That's the suitcase. That suitcase. I think, is that a Rimowa? I didn't know it's a Rimowa, is it?
Oh, you're not even back in Australia yet.
No. I'm in Shenzhen.
Shenzhen. Okay.
Yeah, it's part of China. China. Yeah, no, we got Thomas Burnett again, £2. What was the nicest watch you saw in Geneva? I'd have to say the nicest watch I saw was probably Vacheron. How they had the dial with the, I liked some of the patrimonies they had there. I liked that. I liked that shit. That was limited edition. Look, I wouldn't buy any of this stuff. That was probably the nicest stuff I saw.
I like that overseas. Oh, so I interrupt you, Mark. I like that overseas. The Vacheron with the blue dial, stainless steel, $30,000. Way too much money, but I like that watch.
Patek Philippe, $5.
That's actually my Grail watch.
AC3, were you bothered by the dog the lady brought to the cafe? So what happened was, let me tell you the story there. I was at a boutique. I was at Bukhara VIP party. Kelso got me in. And I was sitting down, and there was a lady, a French Argentinian lady, who was from Australia. And she said, "Where are you from? I can recognize your accent." And I said, "I'm from Brisbane." She goes, "Brisbane." Brisbane. Because I mispronounce it wrong just for the sake of it. And I told her I was from Jamboree Heights, Jamboree Heights. And she was from Jamboree Heights. Anyhow, she is an Australian working in banking, and she actually, we caught up again because she was feeling a bit homesick. We reminisced over things, and she gave me a bit of a tour of the old Geneva, which was really interesting. She was quite a nice lady, really nice lady. She had this little fluffy dog that went with her. Really quite sweet. That was really cool. I'd stay in touch with her. She's actually launching. The reason I had I met her at a cafe. She's launching a range of pet products. She's got some pet products. So, you know what? Why not? She's got pet products, and I'm happy to give the pet products a bit of a, I'll do anything to get some sponsorship deals happening. We got Patek Philippe, $2. Say it loud. Razzle dazzle Beazle world. Razzle dazzle Beazle world. Razzle dazzle Beazle world. I tell you what, it was a great event. I'm really happy I went. Would I go again? Look, I don't know if I'd necessarily go again, but you know what? It was really good to have gone. So, yeah, I quite liked it. I must confess, I quite liked it. So,
Did it exceed your expectations?
now let me tell you what I felt. Okay, let me be totally honest with you here, because you guys want some more dirt. I'll give you some dirt. Okay, so these sort of events, you know what? In some ways, it's disappointing. If you were just say you're a watch fan and you turned up there by yourself, you wouldn't normally get the VIP invites. You've got to get you want to go to the before parties and the parties. See, the whole week that Watches and Wonders was on, in the lead up, they had some VIP. You want to get invited to that shit, okay? And you get invited to it, and you feel part of the crew. But if you're not invited, they're very cliquey. Like, unless
being invited opens doors that aren't available to you if you're not invited.
Exactly. So,
kind of.
In all honesty, yeah, it's pretty tricky. Look, I think if you just go to the event, you'll be disappointed. The boutiques, I must tell you, the Swiss are difficult, okay? They're not really super friendly, okay? I will say that to you. Like, they kind of, how do I put it? They're difficult to deal with, okay? They're difficult to deal with. They very much believe in buying everything at retail. They don't sell, the second-hand model, they kind of look down on. They very much look down on the used market, okay? They're very pretentious, okay? I will say that. I'll say that. I find that hard, Mike, okay? You know what I mean, Mikey?
What do you find hard?
They're very pretentious, like they very much.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
Like the good thing is that when you walk in there with a Patek on your wrist, they automatically assume you've paid full retail for it. So they give you the respect of full retail, which if you happen to have a gold breguet, I mean, you wouldn't want to buy that shit brand new. You know what I mean, Mikey?
Is this Grey Poupon level stuff?
Well, I mean, the thing is, Mikey, you buy this shit new.
Yeah, for 60, but you get it for 8. I understand.
It's probably 60 is Aussie dollars. So the reality is, it's 40 US, and I got it for 8.
Yeah, you got smoking
is,
deal.
They don't understand secondhand, so they kind of. The thing is, I got kudos for having expensive stuff. They assume you've paid retail because nobody in Geneva. Speaking of which, we got Torsa back. Torsa.
How's it going?
I haven't seen you in a long time. Are you back because I've kicked out the narc?
Oh, okay. I don't know if you lost any value to the show by doing that, because I don't know that he brought any value to the show. But
no, but Narc was just he's just fucking continually winding me up, and I've had enough of his fucking bad attitude.
He's run out of other people to wind up, so he's winding you up instead.
And I just had enough. I just, you know what? If I'm not making the big bucks anymore, Tusa, why put up with him?
Right. And you got rid of Uzi as well, so you got rid of both of them. So
I know Uzi's here. Uzi's back on the stream. He's on this panel now.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, Uzi's back.
We got a super chat. Tell Philippe $2. Why did Kelso not try to get back his $40. So basically, Kelso's a really softy. He's a lovely guy, just very soft. And what happened was he went to dinner with OC. He went to lunch with OC and Little G. I actually met Little G, and he's actually a really nice guy, but you just got to ask him, can I please have my change? Oh, here you go. But if you don't ask for your change, he won't give you your change. You think, oh, well, fuck you. And I think Kelso was just kind of, Kelso's problem is he's trying to be a pleaser. He's a pleaser. He doesn't want to create ripples. He doesn't want to rock the boat. Kelso really needs to stand up for himself and say, fuck this. Where the fuck is my money? But he doesn't, okay? And the problem with Kelso is he tells me this story. See, I can't just keep it bottled up inside. It really pisses me off. So I immediately go into trying to help him. I think, well, I'll stand up and get your money back. And then he gets angry at me. But the thing is, he should never have told me the fucking story because I'm a fixer. It's like a woman. Let me explain it to you. It's like you go on a date, or you got a girlfriend, or you got a wife, and she, she bitches to you. She tells you a story. I'm a fixer. I fix problems. I thought by fixing his problem, he would be appreciative. But no, he turns on me and is angry for me creating a scene. And I say, well, Kelso, I got your $40 back. But don't tell me your problems if you don't want me to try and fix them up or offer solutions. Because I'm like a Larry David. I get very angry if I think you've been taken advantage of. And that's what happens, see? I get very upset because I think you've been taken advantage of. That's what happens, okay? We got another super chat. Thomas Burnett, $5. How did Geneva pizza compare to London, New York, London, or Brisbane pizza? Rate them best to worst. Now, actually, I got to tell you, out of all the meals we had there, that was one meal that I really loved. So we went out. That was with Thomas, Burnett, Jamie. Kelso slept in. He didn't even turn up. That was I was disappointed he didn't turn up because anyhow, we got some pizza. I gotta tell you, they were sensational. The best pizza I've had, let me tell you this, in the world is actually in Shenzhen.
Oh, that looks good.
Okay.
Sorry, Tosser. I was talking to my Airbnb guests in the background. I was talking to them in the background, Tosser. I'm sorry.
You do Airbnb?
Yeah, I have an Airbnb. No, I thought, you know what's funny about, hey, Thomas Burnett is my favorite spy. So the franchise crew paid for him to go to Geneva, and look what he's doing with all that extra money that he saved. He's super chatting you, Thomas Burnett.
Hey,
It's so funny.
good
He's the biggest
guy.
spy. He's the biggest spy I've ever seen. Perfect.
Now, I got to tell you, how was it in Geneva? I got to tell you, when they use fresh bases, handmade bases, it's always going to be good pizza. Look, it was actually very, very good. The pizza was very, very good. I'd say it's up there. Probably the best pizza I've ever had is in Shenzhen because that's at the Grand Hyatt, and it is fucking incredible. But you pay for that. But the people I stay with, they're a member of the Hyatt Club, and they get. It's a long story. So the pizza. To do a run through, I'd say Brisbane pizza would have to be. That's just franchise pizza. There's nothing special about that. So I would say Shenzhen, New York, Shenzhen, New York, Geneva, London, Brisbane. There you go. That's the order of the pizzas. Patel Philippe, $2. You never told us your Geneva red light story. Okay, so after we had the pizza, it's right in the red light district. We just basically walked through there. We walked through there because we just, let's go for a walk through there. It's actually pretty crap. It's, for number one, it's cold. Number two, all I could see was there was some street walkers. I didn't think they were very attractive in the least. And also they had some windows with some ladies in them. That was pretty, to be honest with you, very tame red light district. Nothing that I would say warranted any services. Let me say that to you. Nothing I particularly found spectacular. So I would say, in all honesty, the red light district was pretty
Expensive.
woeful.
Pretty expensive.
It wasn't. We didn't even get into pricing. It was the quality.
You just
wasn't
knew that they were going to be expensive, huh?
No, but the quality, they're not even that attractive. But anyhow, I'm just telling you the story. Let me say one thing to you, however, but as far as the pizza goes, you know what? After eating all this gourmet stuff for a couple of days, I had a burrito, a Mexican food, a taco burrito, and that was one of the best meals. I was so fucking hungry. And I had this burrito. That was really, I'm just trying to find, did I have pictures of this? I don't think I did.
Did that ham need to be on the pizza? I don't think the ham needed to be on there.
We had different flavors. We had some different flavors. They had some flavors.
The fuck?
I'll show you another pizza.
I think it's the distance from the microphone.
Here we go. I'm bringing this up.
When it gets too far away, Archie, you're cutting out.
Here's another one.
I think. Okay. Very nice. Yum.
This one here. Look at this one here.
This looks like Sicilian pizza.
How's that?
So we've got we get disengaged, Archie, sometimes, and we have overly engaged that he forgets to even talk to us. Man, there's no in between with this guy. He's overly engaged.
No, over.
Oh man.
There we go. That was the meat pizza. That was quite. That was great. And Thomas had a steak. By the way, Thomas had a steak. Thomas had steak and chips. I don't know. Thomas sometimes, I would say you're better off just go with the flow. If everyone's having pizza, have pizza. I think that's kind of better value myself. But Thomas was so cool. He paid for this meal. He paid for the meal. And I wasn't thinking of going because I thought, it's going to be expensive. I tell you what I found, okay? What I found is our good friend Kelso, he wanted to go out, eat this, eat that, and I kind of had to, you got to be careful. When you're on tour, you got to be careful. See, after we had the pizza, OC was with us as well. So we went for a walk through the red light district, which was okay. That was a nice walk after eating all these carbs. The guys then say, hey, we're going to go to the Leopard Bar. Now, I said, shit, that's going to be expensive. I just know drinks in Geneva are going to be fucking ridiculous. You know what? That's when I said, guys, I got to get to sleep. See you later. Whereas they went there, and Jamie has a very expensive bar tab as a reminder. See, I didn't want to go there. I knew that would be trouble. See, See, sometimes you stay away. You stay away from that sort of stuff. We got Little Dave, $5. Show support for the show, Archie. Mike the Snake and the others on the panel. The narc is an arsehole. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, little
Thanks,
Dave.
thanks,
That is
thanks,
a
little Dave. We appreciate you. I gotta go.
Uzi. How's the Rolex going? Tell me how the Rolex is going. You got
I
the
dropped it
submarine.
yesterday on his face. I dropped it on his face yesterday from like 3 feet up in the air, landing right on his face. I don't know. It's good.
Is it damaged?
Um, Something's up with it. The clasp doesn't want to shut. I gotta like force the clasp in, like where it clicks. Yeah, something's funny. Yeah,
How come you dropped it? What happened, man?
I was just
What
looking
do you?
at it. I was like, I was thinking of that song that Plastic does, like "Solid Gold Dancer," and I just went bam, dropped the bitch on his face. I was like,
What's
damn, I
the
just dropped a gold Rolex
carpet
on his face. What an
or
idiot of
what?
me.
Drop the mic.
Yeah, dude.
Carpet or concrete? What was it?
It was on wood, my wooden floor. Now it's like not shutting. You gotta like force it shut. I don't know what the fuck's going on with it, but it's okay. I don't care. It's just a piece of shit anyway. Who cares?
That's right. We got Patel Philippe, $2. The
Yeah, see ya.
Nerds Bar. What's the Nerds Bar? What's the Nerds Bar?
I don't know.
I think he's so anyhow that bar. The thing is, I didn't go, but the next night Terry Stern was there with an OC, managed to get a photo. So it was. Look, sometimes you don't know. Is it worth going? Is it not worth going? To me, I know it's going to be expensive. I'm not interested. Okay.
Okay, so New York pizza is like deep dish, right? Like they make it kind of comes in a big pan, and it's not like this.
No, that's Chicago. That's Chicago, Mike.
Or is that Chicago deep dish? Okay,
Yeah,
I'm just trying
New
to.
York is kind of different. It's more thin.
Yeah, yeah. Here in California, like we don't know what you have to say thin crust if you want thin crust. Otherwise, they have their standard crust, and then um, but fuck, I paid. I first time in years I actually ordered food to be delivered, and it was a medium or large 2 topping pizza from Round Table Pizza, and it was 50 fucking bucks. They use like Uber Eats, for delivery now instead of their own driver, and the order they've outsourced the order taking to India. So I call down here the local prefix on the phone number, and I get somebody, hello, can I take your order? This is Round Table, and I'm like, what do you? Okay, I just figured maybe they'd hired somebody from the Middle East, but no, they basically they outsourced the order taking to the Middle East. So you give the order, you take the order and give your credit card number and all that stuff to somebody in the Middle East, and then they forward the information to the restaurant and they make your pizza. That kind of blew my mind. I was just like, I don't, I'm not
Penny, it's the
paying.
middleman takes it all, Mike. Middleman, Mike. The middleman. I got to tell you, we've got another super chat there. We got another super chat in. Here we go. Angelic Slayer, $3. Narc simping as an excuse to help the show. Thank you. I can't see. I just had a look. I can't see Narc in the audience. Is he in the audience or what's happening? I can't see Narc anywhere. Is he there? I can't see him. But Narc can jump on. It's just that he doesn't have keys anymore. That's it, because he acts like a complete fucking arsehole. And when I was making the bucks, I didn't mind putting up with the arsehole, but the fact that I'm not making the bucks anymore, why should I put up with that shit?
Maybe
We
it's
got
like
Patel,
go ahead.
Patel Philippe, $2. When you go into Kuala Viking Lumpur, Kuala, I'm actually looking at doing that later in the year. I just got to see how my finances go. I would like to go. I would love to go. I've just had a few I just got to see how the money is. Money's very tight at the moment, okay? To be completely honest with you, let me give you an idea. So I was coming back. I was supposed to be recording this show. I was supposed to be in Macau. I was going to go for another 2 days in Macau. But I canned it after all this shit happened with the tariffs and that. I thought, oh, fuck, what's going on? So I tried to trim the trip a bit. Okay, I tried to trim it a bit. So I honestly, I want to get over this trip, work out my finances, because travel is expensive. Poor people should not travel. And if I'm not earning the bucks, I probably shouldn't travel, okay? Tusa, what's going on with you? Have you bought any wacky watches? Tell me that. Any wacky watches?
No, just been doing snowboarding. I went.
You had the time of your life. You sent me these pics, man. Snowboarding. You took your girlfriend with you?
Oh no! This is just a travel group that we were with. I'd never met those people before, and so we.
What
It's
was
a
that
cheaper
story
way to
with that
travel.
girlfriend you sent me?
Yeah, it's a cheaper way to travel. You know, I mean, if you can find a group to go with. So we actually we had a chef even that went with us that prepared meals and snowboarded with us during the day, and it was really nice. We shared a chalet out in the middle of France, outside of Lyon.
Wow. Awesome.
Here we go. Here's Thomas. There's Thomas taking a photo of us.
Touche.
Let me just say this to you. It was absolutely amazing. I got to tell you, Tusa, you sent me some comments about someone who had a girlfriend that went sour.
Who's this? You're talking about me?
I thought you did. No? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong.
Well, I think we all have those stories.
I got to tell you, would I go to Geneva again? I think it was fantastic. But unless you got the VIP connections to go to the private parties, it's pretty shit. Okay, so if you turned up
I saw that you
as
were
a
walking
family,
through.
if you went there with your kids and wife, it'd be a fucking shit show, because you wouldn't get the VIP invites. They would be saying, oh, it's boring. It's something you want to go by yourself, because if you took your family and they're not huge watch people, you'd be disappointed. But if you go there and you've got friends going, the camaraderie, and you get a few VIP invites, it's actually fun.
They let you in, and they let you go up and down the queues for the prepared exhibits and things, but it's almost like they wall off so much based on what I saw from your videos. It was almost like you were welcome but not welcome. It's kind of like what you were saying.
Well, you got to line up. You got to line up for fucking ages to see anything.
Yeah. The most exciting thing might have been the Bremont display.
That was actually a good display, because they had the front of an old jet. There was an old Canberra bomber, I think. I think it was a Canberra. I'm not an expert in vintage military aircraft, but it was pretty good. It was a pretty good display. But would you really want to?
I was waiting for you to sit down in the seat that was made for you to take a picture in the pilot seat there that they put.
I don't think you're allowed to do that.
No, it was a photo booth, like not in the jet itself, not in the nose piece, but on the left. I think that's what it was for. It was for photos.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look, that was actually an interesting. Look, the thing is this: all the shit brands, you could go and do whatever you wanted. Anything that's remotely popular, like IWC. Believe it or not, there were so many people at the JLC stand. Why the fuck is the brand having problems selling stuff? That's what I don't understand.
Well, Archie, didn't you try to muscle into the Frederic Constant booth or something? You know, I mean, throw some weight around. You didn't try to do that? No.
No.
The
soft brands you could easily get into. Pam was good. I liked the Pam. They had a really good display. There were some good displays there. Rolex, my God, you had to queue up. The funny thing is, in Geneva, they don't give catalogs or anything away. Here we go. Patel Philippe, $2. What Geneva prices pissed you off most? Let me tell you. Like, I think at the moment the Aussie dollar is so weak. That's partly the problem. Okay, the Aussie dollar is garbage. Yeah, it's not a good time for Aussies to go because our currency dropped under 60 cents for a smidgen. It's fucking terrible, okay? I can tell you this, it's terrible, okay? It's terrible currency. Yeah. What I'll tell you, like it's when you're there, it doesn't seem expensive, right? Let me go through some. I'm just going through some of my bills here, okay? I'll tell you exactly what it cost, okay? This is in Aussie dollars. So I went to the supermarket, okay? Had some lunch, $39.24. And in the morning, I had a coffee and a croissant, $26.91. Then I had some chocolate, $25.18. See, it just adds up. There was a cafe I went into, that was $16.21. More food the day before, $35.17, $21.22. A taxi, okay, so a taxi. So I caught a taxi from the airport to my hotel when I arrived, right? That was $98.02. What else did I have there? There was more. See, so you spent $100 to get in there. Now, I caught an Uber back. I think it was slightly cheaper. What else there? ADF. What the fuck? I don't even know. That was $65. Coupe, $14.57. What else I got here? There was what's this? Citizen M. That was you got to pay day tax. There's a day tax. See, it doesn't sound much. It was $52, 52 Swiss francs, but when they convert it, it comes to $96. You go, fuck. Thai restaurant, that was $208.87. Holy fuck. It just adds up. Do you see what I mean? It just adds up very, very quickly. And that's what happens. It just fucking adds up so quickly. Boom, 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 boom. Before you know it, you think, fuck, I got to slow down the spending. And that's what OC says. He goes, oh, let's go to FB. I had a fan who took me to dinner. He took me for Italian food. And OC goes, oh, cancel that and come to the FB Jean restaurant. I mean, if someone invites you to dinner, there's nothing, you can't, that's so rude. You can't just say, oh, I want to go here. Get fucked. That's not polite in the least. You can't command where you go. I said to him, I can't just fucking do that. That's so rude. I can't. Somebody's offered to take me out. They said, oh, what would you like to have? I said, anything you want. Because I don't want to be an asshole who goes to some... And the FP Jean shit, I'll be honest with you, it was nice to go there once. But you don't keep going back to a Michelin star restaurant. I mean, I don't know what fucking planet OC was on, but why would you do... You don't do that. That is expensive. It's already expensive. So, I mean, that was kind of a total... OC's a bit pushy. That's what pisses me off with OC. He's very pushy. he pushed, oh, why don't you do this? Oh, what? You know what? I want to do my own fucking thing. A classic example, I'll give you an OC story. So me and Kelso and OC catch up, and I said, oh, there's a Rolex boutique there. I want to go and have a look. And he goes, I don't want to go there. I've already seen enough empty stores in America. Why do I want to go? Anyhow, we don't go. And then I said to him after half an hour of walking where he wants to go, I said, mate, I want to go back. I want to go to that store. I want to have a look. I don't care what you want. I want to have a look. We went there and they gave me free Rolex chocolates. A Rolex, they gave, man, that was such, they gave me a magazine. It was absolutely fantastic. So if I would have listened to him, I wouldn't have fucking got anything. Okay? But this is the whole thing. He controls the narrative. And I said, shit, this was amazing. That was one of the highlights. I tell you that, going to that Rolex, that's a Rolex-owned boutique. They had chocolates there. They had most models on display. And that was a really good experience. So if you would have listened to him, you know, and he, everything he wants to do is so expensive. Oh, let's go to the FP Jean restaurant. Fuck off. I'm not paying those prices. Oh, let's go to Leopard Bar. Leopard Bar, some... Now, okay, admittedly, he went to Leopard Bar and he got a photo with Terry Stern. I would have liked to have done that. But you know what? I didn't go to Leopard Bar because the drinks are 20 fucking Swiss francs each. 20 fucking Swiss francs. I don't want to pay 20 fucking Swiss francs for a drink. It's like New York, Manhattan prices. Have you been out in Manhattan too, sir?
Oh, yeah. It's expensive.
I mean, you go for a wine, it's 20 US fucking dollars, and they're asking for a tip.
I've been to a couple of bars, like one was actually in Texas, but like you're describing, Arch, like you know, a regular drink that you would pay $4 for, like a martini or, you know, gin and tonic, was like $13. And then if you wanted it made with good stuff, you know, it was like $19. And we didn't realize that, and we were ordering up like really nice gin and tonics, and rang up quite the tab.
Weren't you going to Manhattan this summer, Archie? Somebody was.
No fucking way in the world. How can I afford that? Manhattan, not only is it horrible flight, not only is it a horrible flight, but it's 500 Aussie dollars a night for accommodation. Why would I do that?
Oh, you need a buddy to stay with.
And the boys aren't on my side anymore.
Yeah, you need a buddy to stay with. That's the secret.
You know what? It's best if I don't go.
I know you had mentioned it. I think it was last month. That's the reason I asked.
Yeah, no, I mean, seriously, I'd like to go, but it's so fucking expensive.
Maybe
I don't think it's
Airbnb
worth going
something.
for me.
Yeah.
What do you think? Would you go if you were me? The dollar is so bad, and Manhattan is so expensive.
You just got to do it. Like, you really have to be smart about it. But if you have a way to make the accommodation worth it, I mean, there's not much you can do about the airfare. There's certain days that you can get slightly better deals than others. But yeah, I mean, if you can find somebody that you can get an in with down in that area, that would be the better way to go.
Well, that's what I sort of thought, you know, like with Geneva, OC goes, let's go to FP Jean for lunch. Fuck off. I'm not going to fucking FP. I mean, Kelso was making fun of me. I have supermarket food for lunch. You know what? Fuck me dead. McDonald's was $44 Australian. $44. That was for a chicken burger, fries, a Coke, and I had, because that doesn't fill you up. I wanted some extra 6 little wings, so pack of wings, right? 44 Australian dollars. I mean, it was nice. I must admit, their McDonald's was actually really nice. But fuck, it's expensive. You see what I'm saying or not?
I stayed near Times Square, and it wasn't that expensive as 500 a night. I might have paid 110 a night, and that was in July, I
Okay, when
think.
I say 500 a night, I'm talking 500 Aussie, so that's 350 a night. Okay?
Yeah, I think US it was 110 a night when I stayed, and it was not a ramshackle hotel. It was a decent place, but if you really want it, and if you don't have somebody to stay with in the area, I would definitely have a gander at it. Give you sort of something to look forward to. I know that the watch thing, it's okay, but it's a little bit of a letdown the way you were treated. You might be kind of fun to do some things in Manhattan if that's what you were looking forward to. I know you
Sorry,
had mentioned it.
what's a letdown? Sorry, say that again. I don't get it.
Well, the way they were treating you in this event, it was kind of
Which event?
watching it was well the Watches and Wonders event. I
Well, they
think they
didn't
could
do
have.
anything for me.
Yeah, so I think it's a little bit of a letdown, but maybe something nice to look forward to if you could find a way to afford going to New York. That might be okay. I know you were looking
Oh,
forward to it.
how can I afford to go to New York? New York is so expensive.
I
You
don't think
can't
it
be
would be as
serious, can you? Are you serious?
like when I was staying there. Like I said, 110 a night I think is what I was paying. I don't think it was that expensive. If you're smart about it, you might find a place, and that was just a commercial hotel. That was just a commercial hotel. Maybe that
Yeah,
you'd have to work at it.
I know what you're saying. Um, I
Because
know what you're saying.
the other thing, Archie, is that if you didn't stay in Manhattan proper, there's a lot of other places you could go over here that's close enough
Yeah, but
to it.
then you got to spend so much on transport to get in all the time.
No, here's the thing, right? I mean, even on Long Island, you can find places to stay and that might even better suit your accommodation needs for what you're paying if you found an Airbnb. I mean, just slightly outside of the main city, and you could drive. You can drive. I know you can drive, so that's not that expensive if you shop around for it, and it gives you the independence of your own transport. But you could go anywhere. If you wanted to go to Boston, you could do that. I mean, there's plenty of places. So, got to have something to look forward to in the summer. Well,
Oh
for you,
no,
the winter, right?
I look forward to reducing my fucking credit card bill. Let me tell you this. There's many things I
Yeah,
can look forward to without spending fucking money.
yeah.
I gotta tighten up the belts, big boy, because I've been spending money like I'm in Congress. To quote Dave Ramsey, I've been spending money like I'm in Congress. We've got a $20 Scott Kelvin, $20 AC3 and panel. Would you trade a Speedmaster Blue Ceramic Moonphase Adventurium dial and a Submariner 41 black dial? So what does he mean? Submariner 41, is it a two-tone or just a steel? Plus cash for a deep sea. What the fuck? Let me get this right. Oh, for a deep sea 116660 black dial and a gold. Oh, gold pan. Okay, so let's have a look. I mean, seriously, Scott. I gotta be honest here with you. I don't like to trade shit in. I gotta tell you this. This is not a good equation. You are always going to be handed your arsehole on a platter with a dealer. But let's have a look at this. Let's look at this sensibly, and we'll see what we can make of this. It's actually not a terrible question. Actually, let's have a look and see what do we think of this sort of deal, because fuck, it's a tricky fucking deal. It's not a simple deal, is it? I mean, it's not just simple one in, one out. It's fucking complicated. You know what I mean? It's really fucking complicated, and it's not easy, is it? This is a fucking complicated deal. Okay, let's have a look here. Let me just call up. Let's get some things up here. Let's have a. So where would I go? How would I check this out? So the best way to check this sort of deal out, let's go on the chrono, because chrono itself is probably where we can, if we look at the bottom end of some of these prices, it'll give us a price guide. So that's probably where I would start the quest. So the first thing is a Speedmaster. Okay, it would have been good if he gave me a model number. Speedmaster Aventurium. Let's have a look. Here we go. Speedmaster Moonphase Aventurium. That sounds like it. So let's have a look. Does he say what color it is? Does he say the color? Now let me just check our currency firstly. That's in US dollars. Okay, so a Aventurium Moonphase. Let's have a look at what are these going for. So a Speedmaster Blue Ceramic Moonphase Aventurium. Okay, so for that watch there, well, low to high, we're probably looking about, let's say, $11,000. So on the Omega Aventurium, I reckon we're looking about, okay, so we're looking US dollars, $11,000, okay? Now, next thing is he's talking about his Submariner and a Submariner 41 black, well, I assume he's saying steel. I assume sub, so basically it's a sub. He doesn't tell me if it's a date or what the fuck it is. What the fuck is it? Is it a two-tone? 41, sub 41 black. I think if you're telling me it's black, it's probably the two-tone, isn't it? What do you reckon there? It's the two-tone. I think it's the two-tone. Because otherwise,
I think he would say so. He'd say so. I think it's just regular steel.
But is it steel date or it's a no date?
I'm not sure. Yeah, we're
both more
uh,
information. Scotty, I need some more information.
More information needed.
Stainless steel. Is it a date or a no date? Is it a date or a no date? Stainless steel. I assume it's a date. Let's just assume it's a date. If it's not a date, come back. Okay, so 41. Okay, let's have a look at what they're going for. I fucking own this watch. So that's okay. Let's have a look. Submariner, Rolex Submariner, 2166 21. Oh, sorry. I'm just fucking this up. Hang on. 126610. Let's have a look. 1, 2. Okay, so these are going for, let's have a look. What are they going for now? They've come down a long way. Okay, we're looking at about $11,000. Okay, so there we go. So we've got $22,000. Okay. Now let's have a look at what he's buying. Okay, so $22,000. He wants to buy a deep sea. Okay, let's have a look what a deep sea is going to cost us back. A Rolex deep sea.
The newer one, 15, 16.
Okay, we can get a. Did he tell us if it's a James Cameron, black dial. Okay, so the cheapest deep sea, they're about $8,000, Mike.
Oh wow.
Because it's not a James Cameron, it's just the black, right?
Yeah, you know,
And then
funny
the
thing is
Pam,
that didn't add that much value to it, seemingly.
no, it's a gold Pam 1164. I actually love. I got to tell you, I got a soft spot for gold Pams. So we're going to search for Pam 1164. Fuck, it's actually beautiful. Oh, there's only one for sale, 23. Okay, fuck. You know what? They're not really worth 23, are they? Okay, let me have a look further. What are these fucking things going for on Fleabag? I'm just gonna have a look at eBay.
Are these
Pam,
like 44 millimeter? They're like 44 millimeter.
42 actually.
Okay. Oh, it's on the small side for Panerai.
Okay, let's say that's 20. Okay, I would say $20,000. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's look at the figures then. Okay, basically, what you want to do is if you're wholesaling your stuff, you've got to buy what you're buying at wholesale. You don't want to wholesale and then buy the new shit at full retail. That's fucking stupidity. As far as I'm concerned, okay, what you're selling is probably 22. What you're buying is 28. So you'd want to put in no more than $6,000 to $8,000 cash. Okay, that's what you want to put in. Does that make sense?
But offer 4 first.
Well, let's see. If he's doing this with a dealer, if yes, okay. So he's asking the question, would I trade a Speedmaster Blue Ceramic Moonphase Aventurium dial? You know what? I'm not a huge fan of that Omega. I'm not a huge... Do you like that Omega? Tusa, do you like that Omega?
I like Omegas to some extent. I like that James
What
Bond
about that
Omega.
Aventurium dial one? Do you like that, or how do you feel on that?
I don't know if it's worth the money. I don't know.
It's $11,000. See, what I would do, can I tell you what I'd fucking do? Let me give you the drum, okay? Personally, what I would do is I would say, for starters, I would rather keep the sub date, the 41 sub date, I would keep it. I wouldn't be fucking selling that. So I would take that out of the equation. I would be keeping the 41 sub. I think that's better than a deep sea. Okay, so I would be keeping my sub. That's number 1 point. As far as the Omega Aventurium, okay, I'd possibly be, I'd get rid of that towards a Pam in gold. I get that. That's not a stupid... I would do that because I actually love the Pams.
Does this have a PVD finish? Is that PVD?
Sorry?
Is that a PVD finish? That Omega?
Let's have a look
I guess
here.
it is.
Might be a ceramic case. Ceramic case,
ceramic case?
Maybe.
Yeah, ceramic. Case material is ceramic.
Yeah.
And it's got the Omega Aventurium blue dial, but the case is blue ceramic, okay? The case is blue ceramic. It's not PVD. No, it's not. No, it's not PVD. This is blue ceramic. I don't like ceramic. Personally, I'm not a big fan of this stuff, okay? I don't know what you guys think. I'm always scared with ceramic. You get fucking hairline cracks and the thing falls to bits. You cannot fix this shit. Once it chips or cracks or gets fucked, it's fucked as fucked. And look at Uzi. He dropped his on the floor. Fuck, you drop this on the floor, it'll fucking... It's fucked.
Does that happen often?
Well, I've dropped things. Everyone's dropped things.
No. The breakage of the ceramic.
Well, if it does, you're up for a new case, and that's not cheap. And then it won't be a matching numbers case, will it? You know, it's kind of... Personally, I would keep the Submariner. Personally, I would keep the Sub, and I would... Here we go. Scott Calvin, $2. Correct in that the Sub is a stainless steel date. Yeah. I would keep the Sub, sell the Omega Aventurium blue dial, because that's actually a popular watch. Okay, I hate it, but that doesn't mean other people hate it. I would flick that bitch for the gold Pam. And you can get some bargains. Does it have to be a 1164? Does it really? So what I would go for, I'll tell you what I would fucking do is I would go Pam gold. Let's have a look at what is Pam in gold. Let's have a look and see what we can get a bargain. Look at this. I'd rather get a fucking Radiomir. Look at this. This Radiomir. Look at this. Personally, I like the Radiomir more. This is what I'd buy. Look at this. This is what number is that? What fucking number is this? See, I'd get one of these. I reckon this is what I'd go for. I'd get rid of that fucking Omega. I'd go for a Radiomir, and this is a bigger size. What size is this fucking thing? 44 mil? It says 45, but I think it's 44. I reckon that's what I'd be going for in solid fucking gold. So I would keep the Sub 41, get rid of your Omega, and I would be getting this sort of Pam.
One of the older ones that still hacks.
I don't know about that, but it doesn't matter. I'm just telling you, this is what I'd get.
The newer ones, I think they took away the hacking feature for whatever reason.
Well, they went in-house, maybe something to do with that. But hacking or non-hacking, that doesn't really matter to me. That's not a big deal. Hacking or not, a lot of Pateks are non-hacking, okay? That doesn't mean hacking or non-hacking doesn't really matter. The thing is, this is great bang per buck, okay? So if you got rid of your Omega, put in a couple grand and you get yourself a Pam Radiomir in gold, winner, chicken fucking dinner. That's what I would do.
The Bucherer is non-hacking. So, yeah. Did you say you went to a Bucherer party, Archie? Something like this?
Yes, I did.
Oh, see, now you're in the club. See, this is it.
And I said to them, at least you don't, with Rolex taking you over, at least you don't have to sell that fucking garbage.
And then they laughed.
Yes.
I'll be right back, Arch.
No worries, Mikey. But that's what I'd do. I would say, here we go. We got Patel Philippe. Thoughts on the 6196P. This is the new release. See if there's any of 6196P. Let's see if there's any up for sale. No, none have made it to market yet. Patek 6196P. Very beautiful. This is the new Patek Calatrava, the Calitrava, the new one, and it's basically the replacement to the 5196, except it's got the revised movement. This is in platinum, and only in platinum. Fuck, it's interestingly enough, the 5196 in platinum had the Breguet numerals. This does not have the Breguet numerals. It has the diamond, of course, because it's platinum. Thoughts on it? It's fucking beautiful, but it's so expensive. And the funny thing is, it's only 38 mils, I think. What's the size on this fucking thing? 38 mils. So it's only a bee's dick more It's a bee's dick more. I really think this should have been 40 mil, okay? Now, they've got the movement that fits in, because that was the big criticism. They never had the display back on the 5196 because it was a smaller movement. I get it. But this should have been 40. I think it's a bit fucking... So I'm wearing a 39.5 mil world time. I think that size just feels... That feels about right. That's my opinion on it. But, what can you say? We've got another super chat here. Patel Philippe, $2. The code word, Frederic. Yes. And that's because I was talking to another person, and that was the code word to get into the LV party. The code word was Frederic.
Was that the
Because
highlight?
what happens is, at the
That had to have been the
boutiques,
highlight.
they say, oh, we got a private party. Would you like to come? Now, I didn't get the invite. Kelso did, because he is very attractive. 34-year-old man in his prime. I've hit the fucking wall. Kelso is in his prime. I've hit the wall too. So do you think I've hit the wall?
Well, like I've said before, when you were younger, you were a good-looking guy, but
I'm not younger,
older.
okay? I'm 53 in a matter of months, okay? Tusa, I've hit the wall, haven't I? If I was a woman, you wouldn't even want to fuck me, would you?
I don't know. I mean, I still think you're capable of getting in fighting shape again if you wanted to. You know, I don't think you're ugly by any means. You know what I mean?
No, I get it, but I'm saying I don't get in VIP invites, do I?
Oh, I don't know. I guess not. So Kessler gets those based on his good looks, does he? Is what you're saying?
Yeah, he's charming as fuck as well.
So was that the highlight of the whole thing? This party?
Not really. They had that fucking the pet food. That. Are you into caviar?
I've never had it. I can't say.
We got Thomas Burnett joining us. Hello, Thomas. How are you?
Hi then, Archie. I'm here for Training Wheel Engage. Thomas brain damage.
Sorry?
Yeah. Training Wheel Engage. He says I'm Thomas brain damage, so I'm here. So yeah. How you doing, Arch? How you doing, Tusa? How you doing, Mike?
Hey, I just going to catch up on the super chat. Patel Philippe, $2. A Grand Classique from Patek Philippe. And we got Patel Philippe, $2 too. So you should have seen the hippo Archie took to LV.
What's he talking about, Arch?
I wanted to test. I had somebody, I'll be honest with you. I spoke to somebody, I had a contact in the secondhand LV Hermes scene. And I said to this, I was trying to, because I'm offloading my Hermes shit. I don't know if you know that. I'm offloading all my Hermes stuff. Yeah. And I got a contact. I had coffee with her trying to sell my Hermes stuff. I've actually sold the bags off, but I've got the horses and shit like that. I'm thinking about getting rid of them.
Yeah.
Anyhow, I invited her to the LV event, and I said, just say the secret word and you get in. It was Frederic. That was the...
Oh, okay.
But she kind of, she was okay. I mean, I'm trying to do some business.
She was a companion. That's what you're saying. Like a business companion sort of thing.
Yeah, +1. She was okay. But yeah. I don't like to make judgments on somebody's weight. I don't think that's fair, Tan. I don't think it's fair because I've put weight on over the years and I want to pay it back. I want to give it back. I want to give it back to society. You know, the weight we've gained.
Well, they used to call it going whaling, Archie. You know, when you went to the pub and you looked for the biggest girl to take home. You ever do that with your mates?
I never had friends. Never had
Oh,
friends.
you never
Thomas
did.
Burnett, I got to tell you that Watches and Wonders. What did you think of it, Thomas? Did you like FP Jean Restaurant? Tell me honestly, what did you think of it? Because you didn't have the set menu that everyone else had. Yes, you enjoyed it. Did you love it or not?
FP Jean Restaurant. It was okay. It was too expensive. I bought an apron as a memento from just a little
That's
souvenir.
nice.
Just a little
Look,
souvenir.
it was a lot of money. Like I don't know if you know this, but OC invited. He said, "Oh, come to the FP Jean Restaurant tomorrow, Arch." And I said, "OC, once is enough. Like I think you go there once. You don't keep going back. Don't you agree?"
No, you go there once. It's a one-off thing. Yeah,
It's
definitely
fucking expensive. It was so
too expensive.
I mean,
too
it
expensive.
was nice.
Too expensive.
What was your favorite? What did you had? What did you have?
I got the steak.
It wasn't very big from what I saw.
It wasn't very big, no, but apparently it's Francois Paul Jean's favorite dish. So that's what they labeled it as. So I had FP Jean's favorite dish. So
was it worth the money?
No, it wasn't worth 200 Swiss francs. No.
How much was it?
That's what I had paid. Ended up paying 200 Swiss francs. That's what we all paid. We all chipped in. That's what we all chipped in.
I know. You know what, Thomas? But it's not about the money. You got to go there once. You got to go there once, Thomas.
The bill came to 1,300.
Sorry?
The bill came to 1,300 Swiss francs, or 1,390 Swiss francs.
Thomas, did you enjoy the pizza the day after?
No, I didn't do the pizza. No.
Oh, you had the steak there. Was that better?
Yeah, I had the steak. No, I ordered it rare and it came well done. So don't go to an Italian restaurant.
I thought that was medium. I thought they came medium. It wasn't well done.
Well, it was. Don't order a steak in an Italian restaurant.
No, you should never order a steak in an Italian restaurant. I think that we were trying to tell you that, Thomas.
Yeah, well.
You don't like pizza or pasta?
I like pasta. Yeah. You
don't like pizza?
No fan of pizza. No.
Why didn't you get a pasta?
I like steak too much.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's so expensive in Switzerland. That's the worst place in the world to eat steak. You know what I mean? Come to Australia. It's fucking everywhere steak. See, Thomas, I agree with you. If you're going to eat steak, you want to have it rare, don't you think?
Yeah, damn right.
Otherwise, why would you have steak? You do not want steak overcooked. You know what I mean?
No.
Actually, Thomas, can I show you something if you don't mind?
Go for it, yeah.
Oh, it's a bit hard. I don't know if I got them on this computer.
I was just saying, I like that 61996 P that Patek Philippe brought up. I'm a big fan of that watch, Patek Philippe.
But I wish they did it in white gold. In platinum, fuck.
What do you think to the 5370, the split seconds chronograph that replaces the 5270?
Oh, that's amazing. All that shit is amazing. But I got to tell you,
Breguet numerals, beautiful.
That stuff is. But I'm disappointed on the 6196. Why didn't they keep the Breguet numerals on the platinum? That was the big thing that everyone loved.
Yeah, fair point. It
doesn't look any different to the white gold 5196. You know what I'm saying or not?
They're going with the salmon dials popular, aren't they? Like they did with the inline calendar, perpetual calendar last year.
I'm just disappointed, Thomas. That's all, okay? I'm disappointed because it's well, I tell you what I'm disappointed with. I'm disappointed that the 6196, they should have fucking put the Breguet. If you're gonna ask it for, you're gonna sell it in platinum, at least put the Breguet numerals is what everyone loved. Why would you take it off? And if you're gonna do that, just release it as white gold. Why would you release it as fucking platinum? That's what pisses me off. And it's only 38 mil. It should have been 40 or 39.5. I think it's a bit small.
I guess that's the popular size at the moment. That's what people are liking.
I'm wearing my world time. I think that's not big. I don't classify that as a big watch. Do you?
No, what size is that? 39?
39 and a half.
39 and a half. Yeah. No, it's not a big watch at all. No.
Yeah, but
we got a super chat. $2. AC3, you ditched her and went to Burger King. No, what happened was she just went. I said hello to her. There wasn't any currency in staying with her. We went to the Bucharest event after that. Me and Caslo just went to the Bucharest event, and that's where I met the Aussie lady who was from Brisbane in Jamboree Heights, and she actually went out with me. Well, it wasn't a date because we're not boyfriend girlfriend, but we went out because she wanted to help. She's launching a line of pet products. Okay, she's launching a line. So I'm doing a bit of consultancy work. I was trying to get some consultancy work, and she wanted some. She showed me around a bit the old part of Geneva. I had a great time. She took, just local. She's just a local. Believe you me, there's nothing extra with these Geneva women. They are fucking hard to, I'm not interested. I got that. It's not my cup of tea. That city has so many rich men. It's so difficult to compete.
Yeah,
member
Archie,
25 months. Watch talk.
Archie,
Thanks, Art, and God bless Thomas.
Thank you. Respect us. Respect us.
Archie, how come you didn't bring her to Burger King with you? She could have been the key to, opening other doors, don't you think?
Actually, I had. She doesn't eat much. These French women, they don't eat much.
That's even.
Actually, I'll be honest with you. I had a croissant with her. She had some quiche thing. And I was just talking business. Expensive. We didn't have that type of friendship. We were associates. I was just talking to her about YouTube and things like that.
Yeah, but Archie, that's your wingman, right? That could have been that could have been okay.
I'm trying to get a consultancy gig out of it. That's what I'm trying to get. To be honest with you.
Archie, give us your opinion on the old Patek Philippe Museum.
Did you buy anything there?
Yeah, I bought one of the books. One of the.
Oh, that's lovely. Yeah, no. I've got too much. My luggage was. I bought that box from Kelso. Just let me super chat $5. Patel Philippe $5. AC3, you're officially booted from the Society for Thin Dress Watches. Thank you.
Oh, don't say that, Tony. He started.
I'm actually really into chunky monkeys. I got to tell you, my 47 mil Pam, I bought 2 straps for it.
Nice.
And the other reason I didn't buy any books, I'll show you, Thomas. Let me show it to you. Oh, by the way, I queued up at Rolex. I got the Land Dweller book. Did you get that?
Yeah, I got the Land Dweller book, all the bags and crap like that. The Rolex bags and I got all that.
Yeah.
I threw the books away just to. So I'm not interested in that land dweller, the land digger.
Archie,
I bought this from Kest. Oh, look at that! I love the mug. I bought this box from Keslo. This is a report box.
that's
I
right.
bought that from Keslo. I bought that from Keslo.
Look, fresh juice
Really?
right here.
Yeah, I
Wow.
bought the box. You
Pull
know that,
from
Thomas?
Kesto's a great guy. I mean, he made up these polishing cloths.
Yes, he did.
Hey, Paul.
Hey, Paul. That's exactly it. They were really, really good. So I got the box because I think with the box, I wasn't happy on the box of the Bosphorus one. You know the Bosphorus one?
Oh, the Bosphorus watch box that you had before.
Yeah, so I've got the... I'm actually happy with this box. The report box from London. This is nice. I got it in the green. Do you like the green?
It's nice, that green.
I would have preferred the blue, Thomas.
So, what did you think to the Rolex releases, Archie?
I'm really off Rolex, Thomas. Rolex kind of shits me off. I like them. I like them. I like the Land Dweller. I like the pastels on the Oyster Perpetuals. You know, I do. Let's bring that up there now. We've got your screen. Sorry, I'm adding to stage.
Yeah.
Why isn't it coming up? Oh, okay. Sorry. 1 minute. 1 minute, Thomas.
I found out why they took so long with these. They had an influx of orders. I don't know if they were your orders, but some orders, I guess the print house was behind on them.
So this is the land digger next to my palm fronds, which Esoteric said looked like Jurassic Park.
So what size is the Land Dweller? Sorry, how many diameter?
They do a 40 and this is a 36, but I prefer the Datejust to the land digger, to be honest with you. The original Datejust. I think the rounded Jubilee bracelet looks nicer than that flat link.
It's funny, you know, like it's very much cubitus, isn't it? The cubit. Remember that's kind of. They've all gone for that sort of.
They've gone for that Royal Oak look, aren't they? That Royal Oak bracelet sort of look. Yeah. Yeah.
If I had a choice, I tell you honestly, because I saw your Palm Franz, right? That's a beautiful watch. I like the dial on the punch.
What did you think to the GMT, the new left-hand drive with the green dial?
Left-hand drive means I don't want any left-hand drive watches.
No, I didn't like it either. You like the pastel colours?
Yeah, I love that. I think they're really cool. Let me just grab a super chat. Just hang on. Ken Fresno, $2. Did you get snaky with the Aussie bird? I had a really good time with her. She was a really lovely girl. I'm actually staying in touch with her. She's releasing a range of pet accessories. Who knows?
Isn't Tudor known for left-hand drive watches as well? I think they're known for that.
Tudor's got a few. They had the
Pelagos left-hand drive, yeah.
Patel Philippe, $2. Thoughts on the GMT Master Tiger's Iron? What's the Tiger's Iron?
It's this one. We've got there's the 1908 with the gold bracelet. That's the ladies' day date. And then we go on to the turquoise Daytona, which I think is horrible. And then there's the Tiger's Iron. It's a GMT Master.
What, is that a wooden dial or a stone dial?
Stone dial.
I fucking like it. It's beautiful.
I like it. It's nice.
Sorry. Can I get you to go back to those oyster perpetuals? Sorry, Thomas.
Yeah, sure.
So to answer Patel Philippe, I actually really like the Tiger's Iron. I really like the way they've got these oyster perpetuals. So basically, it's 3 colors, isn't it? And
Yeah.
they dropped the other ones. The other ones have been dropped. Well, they were dropped before the celebration dial.
They were dropped in 2022, I think.
Yeah, I like this. I think that's really cool. I still prefer, if I was buying one on the second-hand market, I'd still prefer to get a Submariner or an Explorer 2. Can I say that?
Explorer 2.
Because they're going to be the same money second-hand, because you're going to pay a premium for these, aren't you, Thomas?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen one of the red coral ones selling second-hand for £10,000. One, the yellow one.
I'd rather get a fucking Explorer 2, wouldn't you? No?
Yeah, double the money. They've double the money, these. Explorer
okay, next
2.
one. What's the next page you had there, Thomas? You got it all nicely there.
30 OPs. There's the 1908 with the gold bracelet.
I actually really like this. I think it's a beautiful watch. However, it's not waterproof. It's not going to be an oyster case, is it?
No, it's not going to be that waterproof. I mean, for the money, I'd rather be you're in Patek territory now. You almost. Yeah. Well, you are. You're in Calatrava territory, I guess.
Thomas. I actually got photos of that white gold breguet you like. They had it at Geneva Airport.
Yeah, I know. I tried it on in Geneva Airport.
Oh, Archie, it's important to address what you thought of the Flick and Flack boutique at the airport over in in Paris.
I didn't stop in Paris.
No, I did. Remember, actually it was Lyon Airport. I sent you. I sent you photos.
Oh yeah, that was so cool. I loved it. Man. I got to be honest with you, Thomas. I would be buying a Patek or a Vacheron or a Breguet rather than a dress Rolex. What's this one here? What's this here?
This is the ladies' date just with a red dial. Some sort of, I think that's a lacquer dial or a stone dial. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice, but nothing. It depends if red's your color. Next is the turquoise. Thomas, I love this. Okay.
Do you?
Because I like that turquoise. That's the Tiffany turquoise color. Tusa, this is your sort of watch, isn't it?
I like Tiffany blue. Yeah, I kind of like that. And the black.
Yeah, I love that, Thomas. Thomas, I got to disagree with you. I really love that color.
Yeah.
I mean, Tudor did it with their flamingo blue, didn't they?
Yeah, but this is Rolex. And this is a solid gold. Would you rather this or the Pikachu that, you know, Dodger had?
I like the Pikachu that Dodger's got more than this, definitely. Yeah.
I think this is a nice one. If it were fixed up a little bit and polished up a little bit.
Okay, next, Thomas, next.
The Tiger's Iron.
That's fucking beautiful.
Beautiful, isn't it? Yeah. Beautiful. That's one of the best ones out of the lot, I think.
Yeah, I tend to think that is stunning. I'm surprised they don't do that with wood. Couldn't they do that with wood, the same effect?
It looks like wood, but it's got striations across it. Vertical striations. It's a stone dial. That.
Yeah, I like it, Thomas. Next.
And the last one was the new Sky Dweller on Jubilee.
Yeah, that doesn't. It's nice, but it is what it is. I'd rather have, if I had a choice, I'd rather get that fucking that stone dial GMT.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's it.
That's it. That's all the releases, yeah, for this year.
What did you think was the best, Thomas? See, that's expensive. That's not a cheap watch. That's really expensive.
It's not a cheap watch. No, it's not a cheap watch. I think the pistachio OP was quite nice.
I got a question for you, Thomas.
Yeah.
Thomas, how keen are you to get the Breguet? What's going to happen? Because remember, we had a bit of a talk about this.
I tried it on at Geneva Airport.
And what have you decided then?
They said that they could do it for 19,000 francs. It was priced at 23. They said they could do it for 19.
Oh, you're better off buying it second hand, but don't you think, or not?
Yeah. So, well, I've looked on Chrono, and they're going for 16 in the US, £16,000 in the US, but then I'd have to pay duty on it.
That's it.
I reckon if I could get them down to 17, I'd fly to Geneva and get it.
So that's 16,000 US dollars.
No, pounds. 16,000 pounds from the US.
It's still a lot of money.
It is a lot of money.
You know what I paid for mine, don't you?
You paid some like 13, didn't you, off Dave? Wasn't it? Or
so
Cove?
Mine's 2 years old. No, I didn't buy it I bought it from Cove, okay? I'll give it to you in Great British pounds. I actually paid, so I got mine wholesale, right, Thomas? It cost me just over £9,000.
What? Wow.
9130. That's 2 years old. So basically, you know what the story is on it. Do you know why the guy bought it?
No.
To get a fucking Pepsi! Pepsi!
Oh, dear.
That's why he bought it. It was never worn. Pepsi! Oh my God. This is so much more classy. Well, I got the rose gold one.
Yeah.
It is so much more classy than a fucking Pepsi. Don't you think or not? No?
I'm in love with it. I love it. I mean, I'm willing to sell Kermit for this, and the Kermit.
You know what you got to do to get it, Thomas?
What's that?
I'm bringing up a photo. I'll bring it up for you. What you need to do, if you do get this watch, you I'm just getting it up. 1 minute. A moment, Thomas. You got to practice looking very pissed off when you're wearing it. You got to have that really pissed off. Pissed off.
That is not helping your case getting invited to the next Carl F. Bucher event.
Look at that. You understand what I mean? You got to have that. Look at that. That's mine there. I got it on the brown strap. I love brown, by the way.
Yeah.
You got to practice being really pissed off, okay? Never smile, never happy. Okay, that's when you're wearing Rolex, okay? And then when you're wearing Breguet.
We got a super chat from Mr. Tarek.
And you just grunt. You grunt. You don't say yes or no. You just grunt. Does that make sense, Thomas?
Few super chats building up, Archie.
Oh, we got a few super chat. Here we go. We got a super chat. Esther X, $10. Expensive watches in trendy colors are dangerous. Need to sell trade before they fall out of fashion. Thoughts from the panel. You know what?
I mean, is Tiffany?
I think
is
I
Tiffany
don't think
blue
any of those
trendy?
will be out of fashion. I think that's the whole point. They're timeless. You know, I always believed myself, Thomas, that the whole point of these watches is that they are timeless, and you don't need to. I like to buy them at the arse end. Okay, I tell you
Yeah,
this
I know
now.
you do,
The
Archie. I know
fashion
you do.
was for. You go back 5 to 10 years ago, it was big chunky monkeys, right? Like my Breguet,
Yeah.
right? That's
Yeah.
out of fashion because the new model is smaller, right? Well,
Yeah.
guess what I'm into now? Chunky fucking monkeys because it's out of fashion.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
it was in fashion, I could never have that stuff. Do you understand?
How
Well,
how long's the Tiffany blue been around though? Since probably what, the 50s?
Look, that turquoise, I'll be honest with you, I don't think that'll ever be out of. I mean, that's just fucking gorgeous. Now, look, Thomas, this is my. Are you sure you don't want it in rose gold, Thomas?
No, white gold. I live in the UK, Archie. It needs to be under the
Look at this
radar. It
watch.
needs to be
Don't
under
you
the
think it
radar.
looks beautiful?
It does look nice. It's very nice. Yeah, beautiful.
But it's a bit flashy for the UK.
To answer, yeah, it's a bit flashy. Gold watch is too flashy. Back to the esoteric super chat. Trendy colours. I mean, I'm a fan of different colours in my collection. I mean, I don't want all black dials. I got the white Pole Explorer. I've got black dials on loads of watches. I've got a tobacco dial on my Panerai. I got the Palm Fronds for green. I got a couple of green watches, a Mad One, and I need some other colours. So I'd like to get a red dial, maybe a yellow dial. And I don't think they're really dangerous colours. It's just what you want to mix up with in your collection. What you want to, for dressing with matching with different outfits or clothes, t-shirts you're wearing. Depends.
Let me tell you this. I want to show you this, guys, just very quickly. I got to tell you, I wouldn't worry about fashion. Fashion is fickle. Do I look like somebody who cares about fashion? I couldn't give a fuck. Let me tell you this, Thomas. Get the Breguet. I think in white gold it'll suit your collection because most of your watches are steel.
Yeah.
So you're keeping it white metal. And Thomas, you got to buy it second hand, but let me say that to you. You must buy it second hand.
Yeah.
And we got JD joining us. JD
joining us.
Hello,
Archie.
how you doing, Mike? If he's there, I'm off to a car show. This isn't it; it's just on the way. But in a couple of hours, probably on Eddie's show, I'll hop onto a car show at Castle Hill Auto Live. But this is on the way. At Barangaroo, which is like a Porsche store.
Is that a Martini Racing? Martini Racing, is it?
Yeah, I think it is. But they've taken the Martini off because does Martini exist?
I have no idea.
They've done it cheekily in the same colours without putting Martini on it.
Yeah. Martini was out
for long. Is that a Cayman or 911? What does it say at the back? Oh, 911 Dakar.
911.
Dakar. Wow.
So I don't know if you noticed the Dakar is actually a lot higher because it needs to go through really shit terrain. Look at the way they've set it up with the suspension. Yeah. It's a lot. You notice it's a lot higher ground clearance.
I can see that.
Martini needs to be Lancia, didn't it? Martini. Yeah.
I love Lancia. Remember they had the Stratos, the Lancia
Stratos Safari. Yeah.
They were an amazing car. That's a Taycan, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
That's nice.
I got to tell you, Patel Philippe, top 3 Phoenix brands you love: Breguet, Lange.
Yeah. Breguet, Lange.
Seiko.
Carl F. Booker.
Seiko.
It's got to be a Phoenix brand. That means it died then came back.
Oh, a Phoenix brand. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah,
Almost all
Breguet,
of them.
Lange. That too. What else is another good Phoenix brand that I love?
Cuervo y Sobrinos. That one. Right here.
Has Vacheron died and come back?
No, Vacheron's consistent.
Was it? Right.
No.
They're
Mozart
really
died
nice.
and came back.
How did you get an invite to a Porsche dealer?
No, it's just a pop-up. It's just like a pop-up store near the casino at Barangaroo. Just walked in.
Wow.
It's a coffee maker. Look at the coffee maker. That's pretty good. In the Martini Porsche coffee maker. That's pretty cool. Jesus, look at that. That's pretty cool. Anyway, I want to disturb the watch talk. I'm gonna hop on a train.
Keep,
No,
keep
it's
it,
okay. It's
keep
okay.
it going, JD. Gone
No.
through.
I was enjoying the walk. The watch talk was cool. That's all I got before I get kicked out. But I'll pop
Hey,
on
what's
from
your
the
favorite Phoenix brand, JD? JD, what's your favorite Phoenix brand?
Blanc
Well,
Palm.
Lange is the Phoenix brand, isn't it? By definition.
Yes, it is.
Lange.
Yeah.
So Archie,
Lange.
Booker is
Anyway.
a future Phoenix brand. They're going to bring it back because, they won't be able to.
Someone will
Let's
buy
find
it.
demand.
They're going to see unprecedented demand for these things. It's a
Maybe.
future. Yeah.
All right, boys. I'm gonna head off. I'll hop on Eddie's show a
Thank
bit
you.
later. Take care.
Thank
See
you,
you guys.
JD.
Anytime.
I got to tell you, that was really good to have JD on there. He's a lovely guy.
He's great. He's gone through.
I got to tell you guys, seriously, Thomas, I can't tell you enough to get the Breguet. I don't know what I need to tell you to get the Breguet. Make it happen, Thomas.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I want to. It's my grail.
I mean, and you can do it. You just get rid of the Hulk.
Yeah, Kermit. Yeah.
Does what's his name? Oh fuck, what's it called? BQ Watches. Do they have any Breguets in like that?
No, nobody has Breguets. Nobody has the 7147. I've searched around all the used dealers.
Because you're very precise in what you want, aren't you? You're very precise. You wouldn't take.
Yeah.
You love that model with the enamel dial, don't you?
Yeah.
See, I like it because it's got the Breguet numerals, Breguet hands, no fucking date. It's just gorgeous, you know?
Yeah, I know. No date.
Would that
really
make
simple.
you happy having the Breguet, Thomas?
It'd be an exit watch. It'd be an exit watch for me. Yeah. Got a super chat from
When did you first start considering Breguet, Thomas?
About 5 years ago. I fell in love with it about 5 years ago. I've been lusting after it ever since.
Patel Philippe, $5. If Thomas doesn't go retail, his name cannot join the Breguet books. The French exclusive. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, that's a good point, Patel.
Do you think in that Geneva dealer, if you rang them up and said, look, I'm interested in your white gold 7147. I can buy it secondhand for this price. I'm prepared to pay X dollars.
I reckon if I wait a few more months until they've had it a while and nobody's bought it, I could maybe say, I can maybe name a price and see what they say. I've got the card with the man that served me, so I've got the phone number of the duty-free store. So yeah, we'll see. I got the phone number of the duty-free store, so We'll see.
Are there many for sale? Let's jump on and have a look, Thomas. Let's go shopping.
I'm gonna head to bed while you guys go shopping. So I'll talk
See
to
you
you.
later.
Hey, no worries there. We love you. Tusa,
Love you guys
thank
too.
you for coming on the stream, man.
Absolutely, man.
Thank you for coming back. Let's have a look. What do you think of this? It's 11,500. You want Great British pounds, don't you? You don't think in US dollars, do you? What currency, Thomas? Great British pounds?
Great British pounds, yeah.
There we go. That's 8. What do you think of that, Thomas?
That's the engine turned. That's engine turned, isn't it? That's engine turned. I want the enamel.
Cheaper, or I don't think it makes any difference, does it?
I want the enamel though, not engine turned.
Okay. It's 9,000. 9,000 in Hong Kong. What do you think of that, Thomas?
Wow. Really? Wow.
That's no box or papers, but
do you think that matters? Do you think that matters? No box, no papers?
The box is really nice. The papers, look, I'd prefer to have them. Look, I don't think, look, Thomas, it depends on the deal. If it's a really good deal, I personally, you got to get the metal and the dial you want. There's no point getting it the guilloche if you really want the enamel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't think papers really matters, to be honest with you. Who's going to fake this? People don't fake breguets. You know what I mean? Well, they do fake breguets, but they're so shit. They look so shit. It's not a... Look, Thomas, that's a dealer in Hong Kong, actually.
That's quite good, isn't it, that price?
Yeah. There's another one in Hong Kong, 10. I think I would be inclined, if I were you, I'd be inclined to get in touch with some breguet retailers, right? And say, see if you can hack, because if you could buy one in the UK, you don't have the threat of taxes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'll be honest with you,
duties, yeah,
they're really fucking nasty. If you got it posted to you or sent on FedEx or something, you will be you got to pay the tax. Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, you know something. Speaking of tax, I'll tell you something. When I was in Geneva, a guy was at I think it was the IWC or Panerai store, and he was asking, "Can you please post me the box?" Right?
And
they refuse to do that. Say, "Sorry, sir, we are not allowed to post you the box." That's what they said. Hey, Herman, how are you? Great playing, by the way. You're a good musician, Herman.
No, I'm really not, but thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Herman, the problem with your craft is everybody's into pop. They don't understand music. You've spent years learning it. They don't appreciate it.
No one appreciates that. That's very true. Very true. Very true.
It's not fair, Herman.
It's very sad. The human race has gone downhill. It's gone down.
It has. Herman, it's shit, Herman.
But we still have hip hop artists and that sort of thing. So it's okay. It's okay.
Thank you.
Popular music of the day, Herman. Popular music of the day. Just like Beethoven was in his day.
It's just like Chopin. I mean, Rick Ross is Chopin, basically.
Yeah, but aren't we supposed to be moving forward? If we had Mozart and Chopin and things like that in the day, aren't we supposed to be moving forward instead of backwards?
Yes, because we have Rick Ross now. Rick Ross and P. Diddy and Kendrick Lamar and many great artists are, hip hop artists. And
Not just hip hop music that's popular. There's country music, there's rock music, there's all sorts of other music.
Tom, if we're in a hole, let's just stop digging. Herman's right.
Okay,
Guys, we're going to wrap this baby up. That's the show for today. I am back. We've got another show tomorrow. Guys, thank you so much for coming on. I'll be on with Luxy tonight or tomorrow morning, depending on where you are in the world. I got to tell you, Herman, I wish you still had your LUC. That's actually quite a cool watch. I'm starting to get into Chopard watches.
Yeah, they're pretty
great.
cool. They're cool, you know, they're nice watches.
I wish you would have
for
kept
sure.
it, Herman.
Well, you know, that's life. You know, that's how life goes, I guess.
Okay, guys, that's the show.
Don't forget everyone, JD Gonzaroo on the dungeon, Horology Dungeon with Eddie next.
That's exactly it. And with that said, let me just check to make sure. Before I do that, I'm going to make sure we got the link set up to the dungeon because we want to give Eddie all the help we can. Eddie's trying his best, and I tell you what, yes, it is. It's all ready to go. Okay, guys, I'm linking up now. And as the outro, I'm going to run a Breguet commercial. Thank you so much, guys. See you
Great
later.